Recently I made a coconut chiffon pie and it was so good I decided to try my hand and do a chocolate one. Now I could not find a recipe for this, so we're at it and giving it that old, we'll give it a try. I put 4 egg yolks into a pan and put it over boiling water. Now I've got about 1 inch of boiling water that is not touching the pan, and I am going to stir this along with 5 tablespoonfuls of sugar until it becomes a lemon yellow color. Okay, it has been about 5 minutes, and that is what it takes. You have to stir constantly so your egg does not cook into a lump. As you can see, this is nice and smooth, and kind of, it looks like it's a consistency of a pudding, and it's a little thick. So we're going to take that off of the heat. There we go. That little pan is hot. Okay, and to this we are going to add 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate that we have melted in the microwave. To melt that in the microwave, we just did it 30-second intervals, stirred another 30 seconds until we got that all melted. Going to stir that into our egg mixture. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. Make sure it's nice and smooth. We're going to set that back. We have here 1 packet of unflavored gelatin. And to that we're going to add 1/3 cup of cold milk. The gelatin melts in the cold. If you put it directly into the hot mixture, it has a tendency to kind of lump up, and it's a real headache. Okay, and then we're going to add that to our egg mixture. Okay, now that's going to sit there while we beat our egg yolks. Now I have the 4 egg yolks. That was from the 4 egg whites that I had from the 4 egg yolks. And I'm going to beat that until it's frosty. Now if your egg yolks and eggs have been room temperature, this goes much faster. We're going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I don't know what it is about salt that makes things sweeter. And I have 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar that I'm going to slowly add as I beat this. Okay, it looks like my egg whites are just about done. Let's check and see. Oh yes, see, it's holding a peak. That looks good. And if you notice, I keep saying egg yolks on about everything. I'm sure everybody knows the difference between egg yolk and egg white. Egg yolks, they're yellow. Egg whites, they're white. Now I'm going to take this and add it to my chocolate mixture over here. Mix that in. We're just going to fold it in. We don't want to beat it or get rough with it because we want those egg whites to retain that fluffy, foamy feel. Got that mixed up fairly well. There's a few streaks of white in there, but that's okay because we are going to beat 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. And we're going to beat that until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, I have got my whipped cream whipped, and it's very stiff. You don't have to have it quite this stiff, but I want it to be sure and hold up the heaviness of the chocolate that I've put in. Put that over there. It looks like a chocolate mousse, doesn't it? Look how silky that looks. Now I'm going to put all of this in. And this will make a large 9-inch pie. I have already baked my pie crust. Set it aside to cool completely. You want all of this fluffy and light, and you don't want it to melt once it gets in that pie, in the pie crust. Again, we're going to fold it in. Okay, you can see that that is thoroughly mixed. Be sure you scrape the sides, get that mixed down in there. We don't want streaks, although it might be kind of pretty. We're going to set that aside and bring our pie crust over. Now we all know how good raspberry is with chocolate, so I've got some pure raspberry preserves here, a red one, and I'm just going to paint that on the bottom. Now you don't want this thick. We are merely giving it a light glaze. Alright, now you can see it's all covered, even up here on the top of the crust a little bit. We're going to empty this into our pie shell. Look how fluffy that is. Ooh, and that's just going to fill that up and look so good. I may have made a success with this. Don't be afraid to try different things. If you have something that you really like and you want to add or take something out of it and make it a little different, go right ahead. Chances are it'll turn out halfway decent. That's what I've got here. I hope that is really good. Now this will have to go into the refrigerator. It needs to sit for at least 3 hours. 4 hours is even better. This is so thick, so creamy. Look, I'm so messy. That must be where Michael gets his. Now I'm going to take this Hershey bar and we're going to shave it into pieces, and then we're going to put them all over the top of the pie. Okay, I have used a potato peeler to make these, so it made it sort of small, but I love the look of the big curls, but they're really hard to cut through. And let me tell you, I plan on cutting through this pie. I'm going to add that around in the middle, and now into the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours. Well, it's been in the refrigerator for 3 hours. I can't wait for 4, so I'm going to cut this, have a slice, and it'll all be gone tomorrow.